So good evening. Joining us in this seventh panel. Well, the good thing about hosting a panel after lunch is that everybody is happy in the room. So I'm wishing for a very happy conversation. I'm very proud to host in this panel Mr. Panos Paleologos, President and founder of Hotel Brain, Mr. Leon Avigad, founder of Brown Hotels, Mr. Konstantinos Alexopoulos, Executive Chairman of DHR Services, and Mr. Anivas Vasilopoulos, founder and Managing Director of Anicon. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. So I will go straight to the questions, not feed up any time. Mr. Paleologos, I did my math and I did my research before we joined this panel, and I see that Hotel Brain has actually a pretty solid base in northern Greece. Would you care to elaborate a bit on the types of properties, the types of destinations, and what's on the pipeline on your side?
Yes, we entered North Greece with our first lease contract, if I remember well, 8 years ago. Right now, we have two properties in Leptokaria, big resort properties. One property in Thessaloniki, Adigon, 5-star hotel. We have a hotel in Chalkidiki, 100 rooms, resort type. At the same time, we have a big presence in Thassos with 4 properties and 2 properties in Maronia in Alexandroupoli. Okay. This was developed all the previous years. We are very happy with our presence here. Business is going very well in North Greece. And we are really looking forward to increase our portfolio.
It's going well across all types of properties, all types of destinations?
As you already know, we don't have a brand. We are on a white label basis. We don't put our name in the hotel. We keep the hotel's name. So we have different products, 4-star, 3-star, all-inclusive, boutique properties, luxury properties. Yes, I can say that all products are doing extremely well in North Greece. We are really happy with the performance.
So do you seek any expansion here? Are you?
Yes, we are continuously trying to find new properties to rent in the area. It's not very easy. I think owners are very connected emotionally with their properties, more than in other parts of Greece. And let's be honest, especially in Chalkidiki is a huge tourism destination for years now. So in other places of Greece, we find it more difficult, more easy to find properties than here. But we are really looking forward to increase our portfolio. We are continuously looking.
Okay, perfect. If I was trying to squeeze the news out of you for the journalist, is there a wish list, at least, in terms of destination?
Wish list is Chalkidiki, definitely. Because what happens is we have our central offices in Athens. Our headquarters is 130 people. And something that I don't know how many people know, we do have our offices in Thessaloniki.
Really? Sure.
Because we found out there is a lot of talent here. The salespeople that are dealing with the properties in North Greece, the HR, the payroll. In all other parts of Greece, we have them in Athens, but in Thessaloniki, we have an office in Thessaloniki, and we are doing everything from here. So we found it, North Greece is a fantastic area to find young people with talent and knowledge. Still very difficult to find properties. As I was saying, in Chalkidiki, we definitely need more properties because what we really do on a B2B basis, when we have a tour operator next to us, we do contracts in, we have 10 properties in Rhodes, 7 in Kos, 5 in Corfu. So the meaning is you sit down with one person and you sign contracts for all parts of Greece. So still in Chalkidiki, we cannot cover their needs. So that's why we are really looking forward to find more properties here.
Okay, clear. Thank you very much. Moving on to Mr. Avigad, and this time talking about Thessaloniki on its core. You have a very solid experience and you have seen Athens thrive as a destination over the past years and evolving from, a city break to a 12-month year-round destination. If it was up to you to give us some insights, some tips on what worked in Athens that could work also in Thessaloniki in order to foster growth and turn it as well in such a successful case study, what would that be? What would your advice be on that side?
Wow, that's a big question. And first of all, thank you for having me here. Who am I to give tips, and who am I to pretend as if I know everything? And I do wish that, I'm here every year. This is the 7th year. I think this is my 6th conference. And every time there's a comparison between Thessaloniki and Athens. And I wish that for the first time, we stopped doing it. Thessaloniki has its own merits and has its own characteristics and values. And, as any capital city, Athens will always be the number one. But as a tourism destination and as a cultural hub, we should stop do this comparison. Let's take the case of Lyon versus Paris. Lyon is as the second largest city in France, but it has its own identity. It doesn't try to be Athens minus. And I think that, Paris minus or Paris plus. And the same here. I think that the culture is almost the same, but has its own glitch. It's a much younger city, much more vibrant city. The city center is human-sized, and everything is walking distance. The neoclassical buildings and the architecture is wonderful. The history is wonderful. Culinary, the proximity to Chalkidiki. The fact that this place enjoys everything. The Greek connection, the northern Greece connection, the proximity, the fact that so many countries, so many nationalities can drive to Thessaloniki. And I think that maybe it's a matter of branding, sexiness, all those buzzwords that now everybody's using. But those buzzwords now are working. Sexiness, experiential, blah, blah, blah. If you want to attract a certain kind of market segment, this is what maybe needs to be done. Also, the connection between the beach and the urban vibe. The fact that, same as in Athens, they're now branding the Athens Riviera now. It's not a recent thing, but they're doing it more and more. And I think that the same proximity, about an hour drive, Thessaloniki enjoys beautiful beaches and beautiful resorts, not only Chalkidiki. Okay. So I think that maybe this, same as Lyon is being branded as the culinary capital of France, maybe Thessaloniki should do the same. Maybe, and there are other angles, not only the culinary one, but stop with the comparison. This place has so much charm in it that...
Okay, don't shoot the pianist. I will rephrase the question and try to get news out of you. What would make you or any hotel investor lives easier when it comes to investing in Thessaloniki or northern Greece? Let me put it that way.
So I'm saying it for several years now. We are the management company rather than investors, and we bring investors. So it's even more difficult for us trying to persuade funds, investment funds, and private investors from all over Europe. And I must say that one of the major things is maybe the lack of one-stop shop, one-stop person to deal with. For some reason, the momentum in other places of Greece, not necessarily Athens, is somehow faster and more flowy. Maybe it's the transparency, the international vibe. Maybe it's the embrace by other municipalities. I cannot say it's super easy to move things forward, but it's not. I'm not putting anything as a blame to him. There's a certain way of doing things, and it's not the famous Greek siga siga, but it's a different, more northern Greek way of doing things.
A word comes to mind. I won't say.
Not here. No, don't blame me for it. And I do admit that our momentum was slowed somewhat here in Thessaloniki, and we're opening 6 hotels in 2024, deepening our presence in Greece, Croatia, and other countries. And for some reason, this is not yet here. We're actively looking, as Panos said, we're actively looking for interesting properties and especially for interesting hotels to put our brand and one of our sub-brands on or to manage, because there is a certain juice, hype, sentiment, ambiance to the city that we'd like to take part in. And,
Okay, I will pick two words and move on to Mr. Alexopoulos with a question. I will pick Halkidiki and foreign investors. And I would ask him, what is it with Halkidiki? What is it that it attracted global investors like Goldman Sachs, for example, on a case that you're very familiar and close with?
Well, different speakers, as well as Leon, touched on different elements of the destination. It's not the complete stories, but multiple things that complete the picture. When we brought Goldman Sachs here, we knew very well how to present the destination and the potential that it has. It's not only the airport that it has been privatized, and now we have a second corridor that can attract long-haul flights, which we have not seen yet what this can bring to the destination. But also, it's the potential of the nature, of the sea, of the culture, of the culinary element that we discussed previously, Leon. Also, it's the value of the real estate that plays a significant role.